Maxcanú is a large town in the western part of the Mexican state of Yucatan. It is located on the Federal Highway 180, approximately 62 kilometers south of Mérida. The ancient Mayan site of Oxquintoc and the caves of Calcedoc are close to Maxcanú, while another Mayan settlement, Chunchucmil, is located 25 kilometers west of the town. Maxcanú, meaning the monkey canoe, belonged to the chiefdom of Acanul before and after it was conquered by Don José Domingo Pardio, who had an encomienda of 256 Mayans in 1734. The development of the town's population began in 1821 when Yucatan declared itself independent from the Spanish crown, and it was in 1900 that it acquired the category of villa. Maxcanú is the birthplace of Alfredo Barrera Vázquez, the noted Mexican anthropologist and Mayanist, a scholar who was the principal editor behind the Diccionario Codemex, the influential Mayan-Spanish dictionary in orthography. Facilities available in Maxcanú include internet cafes, grocery stores, fresh produce market, family restaurants, hardware stores, bus station for connections to Mérida and Campeche, and a combi taxi stand for traveling to local villages. Whose main attraction consists of the Oxquintoc ruins. That's the crooked sign over there. So the ruins are a few kilometers away. And I've heard that the best way to get there is a motor taxi. Let's see if we get a good deal here. Hola. ¿Conoce si las ruinas Oxquintoc es abierto?
No, ahorita no.
No abierto.
Abierto.
¿No es posible entrar?
No, está cerrado.
Todo cerrada. No puede ir.
No.
Ah. Ok, gracias. Well, I guess we're not doing that. Let's see if there's anything else worth seeing here in Maxcanú. So other than ruins, another old structure that's commonly found in this part of Mexico are ex-haciendas, which means ex-mansions. And these were typically owned by conquistadors or their family members or business associates, and they would have these mansions that would have lots of land and produce some kind of material or food, and then they would have encomiendas, which were basically like licenses to have what was basically slave labor with either locals or Africans. But they claimed it wasn't slave labor because in exchange for the local or Africans backbreaking work, they were converted to Christianity. That was their big reward, according to the, conquistadors. So many of the mansions around here, that's kind of their history. But there's one in Maxcanu that's different from this. So I had seen this place on Google Maps that we're looking at right now, and it was called Hacienda Esperanza. But it was unclear if this was just a private place or if this was open to the public or if you had to pay. I had no idea. But the gate was open and it didn't say to not enter. So I entered and I was checking out the place and it looked pretty cool. It seemed like there was an old ex-hacienda, sure enough, here. And as I was checking out the place, a guy came to greet me. And he didn't want any money. He'd actually just answer my questions that I had about the hacienda, and he sure did. He told me a lot of interesting stuff. He told me that this area here, based on their archaeological findings, was a Mayan community, town, or maybe even city, and that it seemed like eventually it was abandoned, and then it was purchased, the land. I don't remember exactly. I think he might have said it was a Canadian, but that now it has many owners, including Mexican owners. The guy who was explaining me this and giving me the tour was actually a local Mexican who's one of the owners. So that was cool to see. And he also said that based on their findings, they don't think that there was ever an encomienda here on this land. So the guy said they had like 50 hectares of land, and then on their land they had a pyramid, a Mayan pyramid, that was still needed to be cleaned up for it to be worth presenting, because these Mayan pyramids get overgrown with plants and dirt accumulates on and stuff. But I think that's part of the plan for this kind of eco-resort, eco/historic architecture resort that they're planning on building, that according to him they've been working on for 15 years, and they think they're 1 year or more or less away from the grand opening, which I guess would coincide with, if it's ever built, the Mayan train, which is kind of a train that will transport people from all the major touristic locations in the Yucatan Peninsula. And Maxcanu is one of the planned stations there, so those things would line up nicely for them. Yeah, really nice of that guy for giving me a tour of the place. It's pretty interesting. So if ever you're in Maxcanu in 2022 or beyond, check them out. Hacienda Esperanza. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour and history of the town of Maxcanú in the state of Campeche. If you did, please click the like button or leave a comment letting me know what you thought about the video. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, I have other similar videos of nearby towns in Campeche, including Pomuch, which has a interesting ritual regarding family members that have passed away, as well as the town of Tenabo, which was had some very friendly residents that I got to interact with, and that was quite fun. So those are two other videos on the channel, and I have other videos of the towns in this area of Campeche, as well as an upcoming video on the Mayan culture in present day, and talking about to which degree it still exists and its future. I got to interview some people of Mayan descent. And I have some other videos of the city of Campeche, where I stayed for a few months, and of some other places in the Yucatan that I'm going to check out next. So if you want to check out those videos, I have a link to that playlist containing those videos in the description below this video, as well as another link to a playlist of the videos I made when I was bicycling through Mexico 3 years ago. That was part of a larger trip bicycling through Latin America. I've also bicycled through Eastern Africa and Eastern Europe, and I have playlists for all those countries that I've bicycled through available on this very same YouTube channel, Hum of the Earth. And if you'd like to see an interactive map of everywhere that I went and everything that I got to see and do, I have that available over at my website, followthehumoftheearth.com. where you can click on the different locations and see the various blog posts and videos that I've made of those places. And if you'd like to follow my continuing adventures through the Yucatan Peninsula and beyond, you can do so by clicking on the red subscribe button and clicking on the bell to be notified when new videos come out. Alright, so that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.